Welcome in part 2. I'm going to demonstrate how to deploy this server as a domain controller. So I already uh, installed server 2012 here. So yes, now I'm getting control or delete option. It was not there before installing the VMware tool. So we will get more feature and it is more smooth. Okay, so let me maximize it. So first of all, I configured IP and everything and it is accessible. So either you take the console, you can even RDP as well as. So it's total up to you. And how you enable the RDP? Yes, go to local server, remote desktop, and allow remote computer from any company. Okay, now uncheck that and apply and okay. So let me try to RDP here, MSTSC and IP as 127 last and try to yes. So I'm able to log in and click on yes. See, we got the remote desktop of this machine. So what we will do that, I will deploy domain controller. So first of all, go to dashboard, here add roles and feature. Just click next, next, and next. Second option, you have to choose Active Directory Domain Services. Now click on this part, click on add features, go for next, next, nothing to change, and finally install. So it will take a couple of seconds to complete the installation. So we are installing Windows Active Directory Domain Services role, and after installing this role, you have to promote this server as a domain controller. So that's a second step I will show you once it is succeeded. So you can even close that window. It will not stop your installation. And once installation is completed, this is your notification area, notification flag. Here you will get yellow notification that installation has been successfully completed. Now, configuration required, installation succeeded. We can close that. We can see ATDS role is installed. Now, one notification here. Just click on this part. This part has been completed. Role has been installed. Now we have to promote this server to a domain controller. Okay. Now you have three options: add a domain controller to existing domain, add new domain to existing forest, and add new forest. So once you since I'm creating a new forest and this is my first domain controller in my environment, so during installation of first domain controller you have to choose add new forest. Okay, so here let me type the forest name HC101 and now next. Okay, so this is the error. What error? Verification of the forest name failed because the DNS name 101 proposed for this Active Directory name consists of a single level DNS domain. Okay, it should be unique or fully qualified domain name. So yes, you have to mention like that com. Okay, now next. So please so earlier without .com it was not taking the name. Now it is taken. Nothing to change in functional level. Okay, just specify the domain controller. So do not uncheck the DNS because I have to install DNS as well as. So make sure this is checked. And now this is the recovery password. Just set your recovery password. Okay, that password you will use when you want to restore your Active Directory and you are starting your server in recovery mode. Go for next. Now go for next. It will verify the NetBIOS name, and that will take as your DNS name as like HL101. Yes. Now go for next. Okay, this is the database of your Active Directory. By default, it goes C drive, Windows, and NTDS folder. So this is your database folder. Now go for next. This is your summary, and next it is running the prerequisites. So once all prerequisites pass, then you can click on install. Here you will get the green tick. Now install. So it will take a couple of seconds, and after a few time, after a few seconds, yes, it will install your Active Directory and it will reboot. So once rebooted, you can log in with your domain account. So currently I'm logged in with administrator account. That's my local account. But after deploying the domain controller, you have to use administrator@domain.com. Okay, so I'm using hcl101.com. So it would be administrator@hcl101.com. So I'm about to sign out. It will automatically restart my machine. We don't need to perform anything. Yes, it is rebooted. So we can see in my console, it is also rebooted because I took the remote desktop. Once it's up, I will again take the RTP. So at last, once it is deployed, you have to change DNS IP address in IP configuration, because it by default, when you deploy the domain controller, by default it takes DNS IP address 127.0.0.1. So I will change that IP address. A little bit it taking more time, so I will wait for that. It's almost done. So I will close this console. Okay, in HTSC again I will RDP. Now this time I will use administrator @hcl101.com, and password would be my password. Okay. Now I'm logged in with domain account. So this is your domain controller, and how you will see that, go to tools section, you will see Active Directory services are installed. You have to use Active Directory users and computers. So just click on that part, and now this is your Active Directory, and these are built-in users. Okay, with groups, you can create new OU, right click, new, and organizational unit. That's kind of folder, and we can say like demo, or we can say VMware users. Okay, now click on OK. In this is like a container. Okay, now right click, go for new and user, and I want to create a new user. Name is Hanuman, and first name would be Gupta. Similarly here you can say the Hanuman @HCL, Hanuman dot Gupta, you can say like that, and @HCL101.com. Go for next, password accordingly, and you can use the change password at next login, otherwise I will here choose uncheck that. Now next, create a new account. So double click on this part, account. The account name is how Hanuman will log in. Yes, Hanuman.Gupta this is the domain name. So using this domain name, Hanuman will log in on your ESXi and vCenter once it is part of this domain. So that's it on this video. And in this video, I demonstrate how to deploy new domain controller and how to create new users. Thank you so much.